Hello and welcome to Part 7 and a look back at Resident Evil 3. A quick update on Resident Evil Chronicles HD. They've upped the price in the UK from it was £16.99, it's now £21.99. My guess is it was just an introductory offer. Something yesterday I forgot to say also is you can use the DualShock controller as well as the Move controller. So if you don't know Move, you can still play it. I'm thinking of doing a review on it actually. I'm not sure yet. We'll just see what happens with that. To get back on Resident Evil 3, I was never actually really planning on doing any more look backs after Resident Evil 2. I just wanted to have a go at it really. But I kind of enjoyed making the videos, and I was very nervous at doing it at first. You might have been able to tell in the first part of Claire's first scenario. You might have been able to tell that. But I really enjoyed making them, so I thought I'll have a go at 3 because it's one of my favourite in the series, and I thought I might just do them all because as I said before, I haven't played them in a long time leading up to Resident Evil 6. I'm thinking of doing either Survivor, 0 or the GameCube remake of 1 next. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, we'll see as it goes on. I might do Survivor as it's a very short game. I'm pretty much just going to focus on the story-based games, if I'm honest. I won't be doing things like Outbreak, which I have actually been playing recently, Outbreak File 2, because I said in, it's actually touched on something I wanted to say actually, because I said in, I can't remember what part it was now, I said I wasn't sure how the timeline worked out with regards to Resident Evil 1 and 2, 3 and 2, sorry, because 3 I thought was, well, it is a prequel. It's set. I thought it was set quite a couple of days before, but it's actually, according to Wikipedia. I mean, I know you can't trust Wikipedia always because anybody can edit it. But according to that, it's 24 hours before Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 set. But it still doesn't explain why the Marvin character was, who I said looked like Will Smith at the time, was dead, because he turns into a zombie in 2. Which, if that's set at 24 hours after Resident Evil 3, then he wouldn't be dead. I don't know if they made a mistake there or what was intended. But playing Outbreak File 2, there's a scenario on there called Desperate Times, I believe it's called. It's set in the police station prior to Resident Evil 3. And you see what happens with Marvin's character and how he gets wounded by the zombies. It's a very good scenario. And something else I noticed actually, because up till now I thought the only Resident Evil that did moving and shooting was last year's Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D. But actually, if you press R1 and L1 at the same time, you can actually shoot. And it's a very, very handy feature. It would definitely have been welcome in these games, but that's how it. So they are. They're still great games, even though they don't have that. To get back on Resident Evil 3 again, I know I've been on about a few different topics. This part coming up now with Carlos. Well, you meet Carlos up again. This scene's kind of. There's more additional scenes depending on what you do. You can miss some scenes by not doing things. I'll try my best to sort of talk you through it because there's going to be talking, and I don't like to interrupt that, as I've said before. Well, I might have said that before, I'm not sure. I think Carlos will enter as we enter this door. I could be wrong. There's normally some red herbs down there actually. I expect they've moved them. They might be down by the power plant thing, which when we head there I'll point out if they're there. And there's also handgun ammo on that table. Gunpowder, sorry.
Hey, the zombies are getting restless.
I know. I can hear them. What's going on?
Jill!
What's wrong?
They're coming! They must have sniffed us out. They know we're here.
Hey, calm down.
Any objections to my playing hero this time?
What are you doing? Carlos!
I am going to say, I'll explain it at the end. And I'll sort of explain at the end. Well, actually I can explain it now. If you get the machine oil out of here, sorry, there'll be a spark that fires up an explosion in the back room. It's only if you do this. Now, I'll wait for the next scene to sort of go in more in depth what that changes. It doesn't actually change anything. It does actually.
Carlos! No!
Relax. I'm not dead yet.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. That hero stuff is harder than it looks. Okay, I'm gonna scrounge up some equipment. There might not be any at our destination.
Right, what I was trying to say is it was kind of hard because there's a lot of talking. That scene with Carlos where we just spoke to him and checked if he was dead or not, because he was attacking the zombies. And I love how he was like absolutely spraying those bullets at them zombies and they were just standing there. It's quite hilarious. Anyway, if you do this first before going to check on Carlos, there's an explosion in the back room and the petrol station will be on fire. Yet they're still standing there talking. Only difference there is he won't say, I've got to go off and get some items. The explosion will occur, there'll be an explosion and they'll both, Jill and Carlos will run off together. And you only, in the cutscene that shows what happens, you only see Jill, you will not see Carlos. And you'll see Carlos get up and he'll say something along the lines of, you could have made us both deaf or something like that. Oh no, sorry, what am I on about? It says, my ears are ringing, we should both be deaf by now, something like that I think it is. And that's really the only difference. And this puzzle here will get you the machine oil. And this is the only, actually I think out of the 3 items that you need to get the cable car running, that needs 2 items to make it a complete item. This is very annoying, this puzzle, because it's just random. There's another puzzle similar to this later on actually that I find really annoying. But this one isn't as annoying as the one that is coming up. That's in the clock tower. If you've played the game, you'll know the one I'm on about. And that is the machine oil. Now the explosion will occur. Now obviously you've got to run out of the building. Oh no, it doesn't force you to run out of the building. Now if you hadn't checked on Carlos before, he'd be waiting outside now. Obviously as he's ran off, you won't meet him now. And this makes, I think this is the way it was meant to be done, because of this cutscene now. As you can see, you can't see Carlos, you can only see Jill, as I said, so it's obviously intended for that to always happen. Now this station actually is in Operation Raccoon City, but it's completely different. I think a lot of the locations are very different. I don't think there's anything that... I think the clock tower, I'll get in more detail to that, is the only thing that's sort of similar in Operation Raccoon City. And that's the end for this part, so thank you for watching and hopefully you'll join me for part 8.